Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. We have the running order for the semi-finals, and Eurovision World has also started publishing the betting odds for the two semi-finals and the qualifying chances of the countries in the two semi-finals. I did semi-final 1 yesterday already, so check that video out if you haven't seen it. Today, I'm going to talk about the running order and analyze it in semifinal 2, and also update my prediction, which I did almost a week ago. I probably did that a bit too soon. I should have waited for the running order, but now I have the chance to do another of these videos, which are so fun to make, you cannot even imagine. Before I analyze the running order, I want to say that I personally don't think the running order is that important. I said it in the semifinal 1 video. I do think that it's better to be later in the running order because of psychological effects with the audience. You just remember a song more if you heard it a bit closer to the time you start to pick up your phone to vote. So the later, the better. I also think it can be impactful what is around you. And I'm going to be talking about one country that kind of is hurt by that, I think. So if someone is just doing what you are doing better and is coming right after you, I think that might hurt you quite a bit. But I do think that the running order is being done because of props, because of ad breaks, because the producers want to have a smoothly running show. So if a country has a big prop, they have to put it after an ad break or at the beginning or the very end. And I don't think that there's any conspiracy to hurt one country or help another. I do think that the producers just want to have the best show possible. There's one exception in this semifinal, and that's putting Australia last. There are quite a few Australians living in the UK, and that will probably be at Eurovision, so maybe putting them last will have them excited in the hall even more, and it will be a good ending. But I don't think that's a conspiracy. That's just also part of making a good TV show. So let's go through the running order step by step. The opener is Denmark, which I find a bit of a strange decision by the producers because it's not a very oomph beginning like Norway in semifinal 1. It's a bit mid-tempo. The staging was a bit messy in the Danish national final. But I do think that here, because Reiley has said that there's something big coming for the staging, this might have to do with a big prop that needs a lot of time to set up. And maybe that's why they put Denmark first. Not sure whether coming first will be good or bad for Denmark. I do think they're a bit hurt by coming so early, because a few other pop songs quite similar to this will come later and will be more memorable for the voters. Then we have Armenia. This song has grown on me a lot. I think it's really, really beautiful. And I do think that, especially because of the diaspora that they have all across Europe, but also because she's a star in the Armenian community and in Armenia itself, and because it's just a beautiful song, she's a great performer, I do think this will do quite well, even though it's in the very dreaded second place in the running order, which has one of the lowest qualification rates. But I do think that Armenia will do it. Romania, however, this was a non-qualifier for me before the running order was announced, and now seeing it in slot number 3, coming after beautiful Armenia and before a good ballad from Estonia, I think this is dead on arrival. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to make it. Estonia, beautiful ballad, might be hurt a bit by being so early. Especially ballads, I think, are helped by being later on, because to make a slow song memorable, you need something really impactful in the staging or in the song itself, which Estonia doesn't really have, I think. Sorry. So I do think that they are hurt a bit by the running order. Belgium, lots of people say that this is qualifying because it's such fun, and I do see that watching the recap of the songs in the semifinal in the running order. It does feel a lot of fun, especially coming after Estonia. I still think it's very dated, but he's a really good performer, so kind of borderline for me. And then Cyprus, and that's the country that I think is hurt the most by the countries surrounding it. Let me tell you why. I am thinking about his performance in Australia Decides, which is a year ago. He might have improved enormously, but his vocals weren't great. His charisma on stage and his stage presence weren't great either. And he is surrounded by countries that do that much better. Estonia, great voice. Belgium, lots of energy, great performer. And then if you have Cyprus coming after that with a subpar vocal performance and less energy, I think that might hurt it. And then after it, you have Iceland, which is both great energy and a good vocal performance. And Greece is also a good vocal performance. So Cyprus, he really has to nail it, I think. Otherwise, this could be hurt quite a lot by where it is in the running order. I saw a short video of him singing, and it sounded quite good. So maybe I'm over analyzing and being a bit too critical, but hopefully he can do it even in this running order. Iceland, as I said, quite energetic, good vocal, but could be a borderliner as well. Greece, this is a song that has become one of my favorites. I really like it. And he has gotten the best spot, I think, in the first half of the semifinal. So I think his chances have improved a bit. Looking further, especially, I forgot about that, especially because he is followed by Poland, and his vocal performance will look even more impressive when Blanka comes on stage. Sorry, Blanka, but Poland, I mean, the UK is voting in the semifinal. There is Ukraine, which might give Poland 12 points for political reasons. There's a big diaspora in other countries, Lithuania as well, for example. But I really, really, really hope that this doesn't qualify. It doesn't deserve to qualify and take another country's spot. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure it's not going to qualify, which is quite unfortunate. It's like in a year where the jury would have a say, this wouldn't qualify, but with only televoters, who knows. Then we have Slovenia, which is helped a lot by coming after Poland because great voice, very much a charismatic performance by all of the band members. And after Blanka with a bit of lack of personality and charisma, this will stand out, I think. And the second half is a really intense half of a semifinal. I think it's the most intense half because you have Georgia, which is basically intensity for 3 minutes. Then you have San Marino, a rock song. Then you have Austria. Then you have Albania and Australia at the end. So I think that in semifinal 2, a few more countries from the first half might be able to qualify because it's such high intensity throughout. San Marino, I think, is also dead on arrival. This is not going to make it unless they improve it 100%, and then it would still be borderline. So I don't think San Marino is making it. Austria. Oh my God, I made that mistake. Austria is the opposite. I think they are definitely qualifying. This is a fun song. They would have to F up the staging so much to not qualify. I think they will make it. Albania, I think, has helped quite a lot by being so late in the running order, by being the only real ethnic sounding song. So I do think their chances have improved quite a bit. The country that I think is helped the most by being in this half of the semifinal is Lithuania. I have read that by a lot of people that Lithuania got a bad deal with this running order. I couldn't disagree more. Look at what they are coming after. High intensity Georgia, mediocre rock song from San Marino, high intensity Austria, a ballad from Albania, but also high intensity. There's so much happening. It's quite weird. And then you have Lithuania, which with this very clean, cozy, well-performed, well-staged pop song, it will feel like a break after all this high intensity. And I do think that Lithuania will make it. And I do think that they have gotten a really good spot in the running order, as has Australia, who will close the second semifinal. It makes sense to have a song like this close the semifinal, but this will help enormously against San Marino, Romania, other rocky songs in the semifinal. Slovenia also. So I do now think that Australia is making it. So let's look at how my prediction has changed. This is my semi-2 prediction from about a week ago. Let's see what I have changed after seeing the running order and also after listening to the songs even more than I did last week. First thing I want to do is switch Australia and Denmark. Like I said, I think Australia is helped enormously by the running order. I also think I was a bit too critical about Australia's track record with televoters. I was wrong about that, actually. I thought they got really low televoting points, but that was true in the final last year, but not in the semi-final, actually. They qualified with the televoters in the semi-final. So I do think that a rock song like this will make it. They are professional. They know what they're doing. Denmark, hurt by being so early in the running order. Better pop songs coming after it. His vocals aren't that great at some points. So Denmark now, to me, is a bit of a borderliner. Then I am lowering both Slovenia and Estonia. Slovenia because Australia is coming after it and might steal a bit of the rock vote from them. And Estonia just for being a ballad that is really early on in the running order. And Lithuania is coming much, much later, is, in my opinion, actually the better ballad and the better produced and staged ballad. So, yeah, Estonia, is getting closer to the line of qualifications. Again, I forgot to explain what this is. The closer a flag is to the top, the more probability I see that this country is qualifying for the final. The more it is to the bottom, like San Marino in this case, the more I think it will not qualify. And this dotted line is the line of qualifications. So this is exactly between qualifiers and non-qualifiers. Next change is Albania being a bit higher, because I do think that being so late in the running order and being the only ethnic sounding song might help it quite a bit. Also diaspora, Greece is in it. Where are there a lot of Albanians? I think also in the UK, probably, Spain maybe. So could be helped by that as well. Next, I'm lowering Cyprus for everything that I said during the analysis of the running order, surrounded by energetic and capable performers, by good vocal performers. And I saw the video by the Honest Vocal Coach, whom I really, really like watching. And she confirmed what I thought, that there is a lot of production on his voice in the music video. So we do not know what it will sound like live, actually. So yeah, and you see that it's getting quite crowded in that area where it's between qualifying and non-qualifying. And I do think that semifinal 2 is a bit more difficult to predict than semifinal 1. Is there another change? I'm not sure. Yes. Poland going up a bit. I really don't like this performance. You have heard me say that a few times, but I do think that diaspora and just it being a quite catchy pop song and her being a non-charismatic but beautiful performer might be something that some televoters might care for. So I'm a bit surer that she might actually qualify. Then, but still, I think she will not qualify, and I really hope she will not. Belgium going up a bit, and I do think that, well, personally, in my personal opinion, I don't think this will qualify, but I've read so many times by so many people that it will actually do, and this is a prediction, not my personal opinion, so I'm kind of swayed by that a little to put it at least on the dotted line. And that was the last of it. You see, this is my prediction for semifinal 2. And we have the odds for the qualifiers. And here you can see too that the odds think that Belgium is going to qualify. Greece, Lithuania in 8th place, I think is a bit too low. Estonia in 7th place, a bit too high probably. Slovenia seems about right. Cyprus, in my opinion, could be a bit lower. Australia, Armenia, they're quite confident. Georgia, I agree, quite confident. And Austria, I also agree that they will qualify. So that's my analysis and prediction for Semi 2 after the running order was revealed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who will qualify? Whose chances have improved or been hurt by the running order? Or have you changed your opinion about a song? Let me know. And if you want more videos like this one, me predicting who will win Eurovision, song battles, reviews of the songs of 2023, videos on Eurovision history, lots of things to discover, and I have a lot of things coming up, which I'm quite excited about. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you for my next video. Bye-bye.